a little bit abrupt, isn't it? Actually, I'm going to attach. I haven't done this for so long that I forgot a microphone. But I'm here, and I'm here with Nicky. Hello, Nicky. You're all set up. You've got a microphone on. It is a bit of a surprise, isn't it, for everyone? For me, for you, poor Kate is feeling a bit under the weather. So, whoop, just pop my microphone under there for you all. This is behind the scenes stuff. This is. There we go. We're ready. We're ready to craft, literally. Hello, Nicky. How are you anyway?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Lou?
Yeah, good, thank you. It's been a busy day, a busy morning, hasn't it?
It has. It's been a bit of a scrabble, but it's been really, really good. It's very exciting to be invited to come and do a little bit of a craft battle with you. Not that I think we'll be battling. I think we'll be more chatting.
Absolutely. We'll be chatting, we'll be crafting, and then people can come and watch this. Now, we've got Lynn Bell watching. Hello to Lynn. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Hopefully a few more people will join us as we go through the next hour or so. I say or so. I think that studio where you are, Nicky, actually closes about 4:30, so we need to make sure you're not too late leaving.
I'm putting pressure on there, Lou. I don't remember the last time I crafted for like an hour.
Well, we can do 45 minutes if you'd rather. It's fine.
No, I mean, it's not that. It's the other way around. We'll be crafting until they actually kick us out of the building or something.
I'm sure they won't. Now, many of you who watch, who are on Craft World, who shop at Craft Stash and watch all of our social platforms may know Nicky. But if not, Nicky, for those who don't know you, could you introduce yourself, please?
Certainly I could. I'm the editor of Creative Stamping magazine. And I've just sent my 50th issue of Creative Stamping to press just the other month.
Woo!
Yeah, it's really exciting. I feel like I've been doing it a very, very long time. Love it. It's as exciting putting Creative Stamping together now as it was when I did my very first issue about 4 years ago now, since I've been working on Creative Stamping. It's crazy, but it's brilliant. So, and of course, obviously, when I'm not editing, you'll always find me crafting. Literally, I was up this morning crafting. I crafted till about 1:30 this morning, then gone and finished something off, and then came into work. But, you know, it's what we do.
Absolutely.
So
that's
Creative Stamping's just, you know, the best in my, you know, for me as a stamper. I absolutely love it. We've just released our Royal Jubilee. Have you seen it? Have you seen our Royal
I've not. No, you said about going out to get it, and I was like, I know the local shop is so tiny, is not likely to stock it.
Well, I grabbed everything but today, unfortunately. But it's we've done an absolutely beautiful Royal Jubilee special. So there's lots and lots of royal elements in it. We teamed up with Indigo Blue, which is like one of my favorite brands. So we've got Aloysius the bear, who's such an iconic image. So really, really grateful to them for sharing him with us. And we've just got so much in it. So obviously, you know, making cards fit for a king or fit for a queen, obviously. But it's just a really good theme that's a bit different.
It is,
The design team just did some crazy stuff with it. Absolutely gorgeous. So that one's out now. And then, of course, the next issue that's going to print, which goes out in about 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks today, does indeed feature your good self, Luke.
Me?
It may well have one of your brand new releases in it.
Yes. Now, I was going to say about this. So, have you got everything there that's...
I have got everything here, yes.
Oh, okay. So we've got everything to play with. Okay, we'll go over to what I'll do is actually we're going to be talking about geometrics. I'll give you a second just to switch your cameras over, and then we'll look at product because we're working with textures, aren't we? So I get to talk about it a lot more. So what I've got today is the geometrics range. This is from Textures. It's say brand new. I'm just trying to think if it was the last one I did. It was the last collection I did. Do you know what we have as designers? We have collections in mind, collections that have been put forward to be produced. We have things that we're working with that have been produced but haven't yet gone on sale. We have the things that have just launched as well, and then we have to look at old stock and play with those as well for you. So there's always lots of collections going on. So I can bring Nicky back on now because we've got her hands, at least. She's got some geometrics there that you can see, but I've also got two of the elements today. So those of you that are watching, I'm going to do a giveaway with these, okay, because I've not been on Ready Steady Craft for a little while. So I dug these out. They're brand new. I might have opened the packaging wondering why I've got 2 of each. So you can have my spare ones. There's a stamp has not been used yet, and the die set, it's been opened, but it's not been used, I promise you. So these 2, and they do coordinate because I'm going to be using these. I don't know if you're going to use either of these at all, Nikki.
Possibly, we'll see if I've got time.
We'll see.
But I'm going to be starting with one of the amazing focal image stamps first of all, because I just think they're absolutely exquisite, and lovely. So I think we're going to start with one of these.
Yes. So I've got those that I'm going to give away. Now, all you need to do for that, I'm just going to move my mat because I'm a bit funny about mats being not quite straight. To win those, all you need to do is comment. I'll just randomly pick someone who's commented either on Facebook or on YouTube because we're on both today. So should we have a quick flick, very quick flick through the rest of the collection? So the 2 that you've seen that you could win are coordinating. They are panelled. In fact, I'm going to be working with them, or certainly the die. So let's. I nearly knocked my water spray bottle off near a computer as well. We've got papers. I think every time I bring out a paper pad, it's my favourite rather than the last one. I
understand. I absolutely love this paper pad. I just think it's so gorgeous.
I've been playing.
Yeah, you've been playing. Yeah, I was going to say this one. I don't know. Obviously, Lou's going through her selection, but the words on here, you're just never going to run out. It's gorgeous.
No. So the words are, I mean, there's hundreds, isn't there? There's literally hundreds because you get 4 of each sheet as well. So you can snip into them or you can just use them as a background, whichever you like, and you can make your own sentiment. So, I mean, we're both flicking through so everybody can see all of the papers. They're all A5 and they're all single-sided, so you don't need to choose.
It's too hard to choose. I keep looking and thinking, what am I actually going to choose for my project? Because I haven't actually prepared. My preparation was running home and grabbing 2 carrier bags full of stuff, which means that's about the bare minimum that I need to craft.
Oh, bless you.
But I'm putting it all out over the table here in places where you can't see from the front or from the top down, but I've got a lot of stuff, lots of ideas in my head. I absolutely love you're showing the dies with the sentiments on there. I love these ones.
And they look simple, don't they? But
you don't realise what they are. They're fun. Yeah.
There's a lot you can do with them. So with these, I mean, if you look at this image, there's diamonds, there's triangles, there's circles in there, and that's what those nesting dies are intended to do. Is you can layer those up. There's smaller ones, bigger ones. You can nest them. You can create apertures for shakers. You've got the long arrow. So if you see through the dragonfly there's a long arrow shape. And if you think about those there is through the florals as well. If you think about those kind of geometric tattoos that are very popular at the moment, where you have like this arrow with a basic shape and then a design on top, that's what they're kind of created to do. But the triangle overlays this triangle here. It fits perfectly, and you can mix and match them with the stamp. So that's what they are. Should we get crafting? There we go. Look, she's done a perfect example.
Yeah, there's your demo, because I was thinking I might be playing with those triangles. I've got triangles in mind today. I have to say, I think that's the theme of my card today is triangles.
Do you know what? For me, it's quite a triangle is quite a pleasing shape. A bit like a circle, but I don't use it very often. I should bring it in more often.
No, and I don't know. I'm probably not the first to come up with it, but in the office the other day, as I do when I'm supposed to be editing, I was playing with paper shapes, and I don't know whether it's a new thing or not, but I've come up with a card shape that I thought, oh, this will work really well if I have a little experiment. And it's a triangle card blank. So we've had triangle card, but you can obviously you can make a shape to fit your curve. But I thought, well, if I made a triangle card blank and I stand it up, I don't know if you could flip. Is it easy enough to flip to the front camera?
Oh yes, well, no, I'm not doing it, am I?
So
I was going to do it for me.
This stands up perfectly well on your surface. You can still write inside it if you want to have your fold on this side, you can still write inside it. And I was thinking, oh, I like the idea of that. And then for sort of like your element on the top, This is kind of where I'm going with it. Not like sticking this on the front of it.
And not putting the foam roller on.
Something circular on it over a triangle, and it just ties back in with all the geometric elements. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I assure you that is the extent of my preparation.
Yes, so my prep is this. Oh, and I've bought in the textures watercolors as well.
Beautiful.
I'm still using them. They're still my first set.
I love them. Yeah, I love your textures watercolors. I've had a really good play with them. I think there's such a strong ink.
They are, yeah.
And really I'm quite a heavy-handed, not heavy-handed, but I tend to go for stronger colours rather than lighter colours. So when I did a feature with them, what was I doing? I did something using your mandalas, I think, a while back.
Oh, yeah.
And I used one of your sets of inks, and the colours are just so bright and vibrant. And then in creative stamping, a couple of months later, we had a masterclass where I gave the inks to one of my designers, Jane Royston, who did completely different things with them. I've seen what you've done with them.
She did tie-dyeing, didn't she?
Yeah, just absolutely incredible what she did with the inks. And it just showed a complete different range, how you can literally water down from the bright to nothing.
Yes,
it was brilliant.
And that's what I love about. That is what I love about watercolor anyway. That you can go as dark or as pale as you want if the color allows, but because it's so concentrated and it is a liquid, so you don't get that chalkiness.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I did, however, choose not to bring them today because I thought with such short notice and no prep, I just thought I did not want to end up covered in.
That makes sense. So I will use them, so that's fine. You can get away with not using them.
I'm really glad that you're using them because absolutely, I had a great time with them, and they do come out regularly because you can just get so much from the colours.
Absolutely.
Right, so this is a bit of a strange thing that I've chosen to use. I've got some acetate, so of course you can't see it.
Well, yeah, we all do that, but I'm sure it'll look wonderful afterwards.
So I'm going to craft invisibly. And somewhere, the last thing I packed when I was just running back out of the house and then shouted randomly, washi tape, was washi tape. And of course, now I can't find it.
That's right. I'll talk through this while you're hunting your washi tape down. So this die cut that I've just cut out, there's actually 2 dies in this set. There's this one and then there's that one. That one's amazing. It actually looks like, makes your eyes go funny. Look at, there we go, on the white you can really see it. It's brilliant. I love it. I've got it cut from a few different colors in here. I always save when I've cut pieces and I haven't used them. I save them. Look at this. So you could layer that together for a really fun effect. But that's the other die. I'm not looking at that one today. I need to do another Ready Silly craft with that one. This is the triangles, which I love, and they overlay the halftone stamp. Now, if you've not seen a halftone stamp, it's basically made up of tiny little dots, which a lot of images are anyway. But the dots are closer together in some areas and further apart in others. So you get this fading ombre effect like this. So that's, you can see the purple and the green are lighter and darker, and then the die overlays that stamped image. So if I bring that over here, this is stamped twice. So if I just lay this that way round, you can see it's overlaid those, but there's also a few additional triangles in there as well. But I wanted to use this almost as a stamp, the outline. So what I'm going to do is heat emboss it with clear or white, either way, glue it to my paper, and that will resist the watercolor and almost be like an embossed outline.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, the difference between your approach and mine is that you know what you're doing.
Well, not really. Didn't plan it.
You know how it all works together. I am just purely winging it.
Can I just very quickly say hello to a few people before you explain what you're doing, because I feel like I'm abandoning them all in the comments there. So we said hello to Lynn Bell. So we've got Madeline Monroe. Hi to all. Beverly Miller says hello, ladies.
Hello,
Stevie also says hello. Marie Bland, she says good evening because she's not in the UK. Lynn bought these as well. She said they're fantastic. And Marie said she's missed me on Ready Silly Craft. Thank you very much. I've been super busy, but I really enjoy being here. Gemma Brown says hello to Lou and Nicky.
Oh, hi, Gemma.
Hello. Marie says, oh, a triangle card blank. Oh, and Sandra Simpy, hello to everybody as well. Is that Jen McKean? Don't know who she is, but hello to you as well. Jen does work with us. We're not being mean. Hello, Jen, and Vicky V-Beads. Hi to you. That's just on Facebook. I better go and check.
That's fab. I know Vicky. She's one of my newer designers for creative stamping. She did some projects for the Card Maker of the Year 2021. Oh my goodness, they really stood out. I mean,
wow,
did really well, and I just was like, I need to speak to Vicky. So I got in touch after the competition had closed and we'd announced the winners, and asked if she was interested in telling us how she made this amazing 2-foot high clock. She altered it. It was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, so striking. And so I asked her how she'd done it, and she did as a small feature for the magazine, and she's done a couple more for us since, so you may well see Vicky's name in the magazine again.
Well done, Vicky. That's amazing. I look forward to seeing that. Do you know what? I need to have a look for it. That's how you get noticed. Just submit things, enter competitions, and we say do it, don't we? And I suppose a lot of people probably think, oh no, you need to know people.
Well, you do realise, Lou, that today is the closing date for this year's Card Maker of the Year competition. So we have got a room full, absolutely full of boxes of projects. We don't open them, we don't look at them, we wait and we have an official opening day, and then obviously we judge them, everything equal at the same time. And it's so exciting because last year when we did it, we got 4 absolutely stunning designers, all of whom do like regular work for us. But then we do also, unfortunately, not everybody can win, but we keep an eye out, especially with stamping. You get some people who are specialist stampers, and it's just really good to keep an eye out. So I cannot wait to judge that competition. Very, very soon indeed. So I'm just going to show something techniquey here. I don't know if you noticed, I have taped acetate over my white cardstock. And also, I'm going to heat emboss this cardstock, but I'm not using Versa Mark because I find if you're stamping clear on clear, you're never quite sure what you've done. So I use Versa Fine Clear because it's just as sticky. I'm using a grey one because I'm going to silver heat emboss. And so therefore, hopefully, I should be able to transfer enough ink onto this, and then I'll get the silver embossing powder out and I'll go heat embossing if that's okay with you. So it's only on white.
Embossing, that's why I've turned my microphone on mute.
Yeah, I was going to say, you do your heat embossing, I'll stamp, and then you need to turn me down because I've brought my noisy heat tool today. I've got this one. Yours is really quiet. Right, I'm going to stamp and see what happens. Because it's a big stamp, I just automatically use my stamping platform. But you see, because I've taped it down, because acetate has a tendency to rise. So it's got 4 magnets, 4 bits of tape, and therefore it's not moving anywhere. And because I've used a colour, I can see where I've been. So,
the trouble I have with Ready Steady Craft is I want to stop and watch what you're doing. Hello to Sam. She was watching on that's Sam Calcott. You all know Sam. She's watching on YouTube, as is Marie Mama Bear. She said textures is a great range. Love all the geometric aspects. Thank you very much. So that Dragonfly stamp. So I know I designed that and the floral one myself. So you're not going to find the designs anywhere else at all. And it is a bit like a tattoo I've got, but I've got one with a cat's face inside it. I kind of took inspiration from that. I didn't think people would want my tattoo on there. Although I had done that. Sorry.
I've forgotten to wipe my... Right, we'll see what happens. I brought my trusty anti-static tool and then haven't used it. So if necessary, I might start again if I can't tap it all.
Your anti-static tool?
It's a tool, yes. So it's a step up from a bag. It's fab. It's by the Rabbit Hole Designs, and it's a real nifty little thing. So your powder lives in the bottom.
Right.
From My Perfect Stamp at one of the fairs. So it's got a brush on it. Powder lives in the bottom, and to sort of activate it just enough, you pop it back in and you do a little.
Okay.
And it transfers the powder into the end, and then you put the powder over your area.
You know what? It's a bit like a makeup thing, isn't it?
It is a bit like a makeup thing, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate how good it is because I've forgotten to use it. But
I'm sure it's wonderful.
If this is a disaster, I will just do another one quickly because everything's in place.
This is why I love going to craft fairs, because you get to see all the newest product.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know what? I'm going to use it on a different piece of acetate. It's not worth it. I'll just be cross.
It'll get cross. You'll see cross Nicky. You don't want to see cross Nicky. Don't forget, everybody, if you've just joined us, I'm giving away a couple of my Geometrics products today because I've got them hanging around and they're unopened. And I thought to celebrate me being back on Ready Steady Craft after probably a couple of months, I'd imagine now.
Not long.
Well, you may be celebrating, you may be commiserating. Either way, I'm here, and yeah, I'd like to give away a die set and a stamp set, and they're coordinated. So it's this die and this stamp, and they match, they overlay if you want to, but you don't have to. I will stamp that actually in a little while, just so you can see how it stamps. And I've been very careful with my glue here because I don't want the glue to seep out much at all, because I want to put watercolour over the top. And of course, if the glue seeps out, it will dry as a resist as well.
Watercolour, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I try and keep it. That's why I wasn't hurrying to glue it down. I wanted the glue to kind of start to go a bit tacky so it didn't squelch out. Right. Press that down. There we go. It's not looking very exciting at the moment, but I'm going to add some really bright colours to it in a moment. It's exciting. I love with this Geometrics range, actually. I know I'm kind of, what is it? What do you call it? Blow my own trumpet. That's the word.
You are entitled to. It's gorgeous.
But I just like that you can go delicate and floral with it, or you can go really bold with bright colours.
Yeah. Well, this is it. I thought I would go for a masculine make on this one. Right.
Let's see. I'm going to bring in my. This is the best thing ever. My Creative Craft Products stamping platform. Reason being is it's got this huge clip. Have you got that one, or have you tried it?
I haven't got that one, but I have played with it. This is the Press to Impress.
Oh yes.
I also love, but yeah, I've had a good play with that one, and it's brilliant. This is a much better. I don't know if you can see. Again, it's acetate. You can't really see, but this is much better because I have actually cleaned it beforehand, which is the top tip of the day. So I'm going to go noisy now, so you may want to just mute.
She's muted, so she's got lovely Steph with her today, so Steph will do the muting and things for her. So I've got my inks, and I'm just putting 2 drops of each. So I've got red and orange, because the orange is the closest I've got to a yellow. A blue. My blue is kind of halfway down. I've had this over a year now. And then we'll use the green as well. Look. And I'm just going to do like a rainbow effect. I'll let some of these blend together throughout as well, and just get lots of colours in there. So then I need my water, and I'm just going to spritz this a little bit, not too much. Nicky's back.
I'm back.
There we go. I also need just some plain water here. So I can do this on my platform, and I could just wipe it all dry afterwards, and because it's clear, I can see through. So let me see, just checking. Hello to Geraldine Wood. She's just tuning in. Is that my inks I see, Lou? Yes, my Geometrics and my inks. I say mine. They're the brand of textures which I design. So yes, they are. I suppose they are mine, but you can have them too. I will share them with you. Let's start with the red. So what I'm going to do is inside these triangles, I'm going to put really deep dark colour. And I've spritzed this with water, so the colour is a little bit more muted. And then I'm going to pick up lots of water and allow them to just fade out in each one.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
For all the fancy pens that I've got at home, today I've grabbed a selection of Sharpie markers because I just want to pick up a little bit of the colour. As you can see, some of the colour behind the acetate.
Yeah.
So I just thought, yeah, Sharpie markers will probably do it. If I was braver and I had more time, I would maybe use alcohol ink, you know, like drops of. But I just thought, I just want to put a little bit of colour behind some of these. So
lovely.
My masculine theme.
So what colours are you going with?
I've gone with some blues. I've just put like a turquoisey teal on. So I'm colouring from the back of it. I keep turning it over and colouring the back. And I'm just picking out a few triangles. I just thought I'll add a bit of colour and see what happens. Because obviously I think the translucency of this is really important.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I'm going to do something with the wings. I don't know what yet. I'm still thinking about it, so I'm going to colour whilst I'm thinking. But I love what you're doing. You're taking like the colour out. You literally like washing it out, aren't you?
Yeah, just adding reasonably clear water. Look, my inks have blended here, but never mind. I'm going to go with it.
New colours.
Yeah, exactly. Mind you, it's blue and orange. I'm not sure what colours they'll make. It's sort of a muddy green, I'd imagine. I guess.
I know when I was playing with them, I think you get an incredible purple. Do you have a purple in that set?
Yeah, there is a purple in it, and you can also mix your own purple, which I'll probably end up doing.
Yeah, I can't remember. I do remember getting a colour that I was just like, wow, this is amazing. So yes. So I think this is my paper that I'm going to use. Again, not sure what I'm going to do with it, but that's my paper. So I'm picking my colours to sort of match my backing paper.
Lovely. So, as you can see that. Sorry?
I'm colouring the front, not the back.
Oh, no. Oh, well, will anyone notice?
No, you won't notice.
Never mind.
So there we go.
Let's blend. I could sit for hours doing this. It's really therapeutic.
Absolutely. I am loving this. I think I've pretty much got most of my triangles that I want to colour. So I'm going to cut this out, and I really want to sort of like lift it in a way. So I'm not quite sure how yet. Got a plan. Did grab also in one of my shopping bags. I've got some brads. I thought, because how do you attach acetate to projects without things showing? And especially when there is so much detail in this. I mean, I may well stamp him directly, it might be a sheet. I may well stamp it directly onto something as well to have behind. But really, I was just like, oh, do you know what? I've got to find a way. And I looked at the eyes and I thought, oh, well, there's at least 2 points that I can put a couple of brads in.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's always been an issue, hasn't it? Attaching acetate or vellum to things.
I mean, we find amazing ways.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm always seeing amazing ways when the designers bring things in. And I've just done it when I was editing a feature this morning. I was looking at, oh, that's clever, which, it's great. I learned too from the designers in the magazine. It's just
you must see so many tips throughout every week, month.
I'm living the dream, Lou.
I know. It's hardly fair, is it?
It's costing me a fortune. I must spend most of my.
I bet. I can imagine.
Spare salary going. Oh, I need that product. The amount of things I've seen, and before I finished editing the feature, it's like written down. Must buy.
I would be terrible. I think I'd spend my wages before. Oh, payday tomorrow, Nicky.
It is indeed payday tomorrow. Yeah.
I just thought of that. Just thought, spend my wages, but it's payday tomorrow, so it's fine.
Yes, you can. You can. So I'm going to roughly cut out around this now, because again, it's acetate. It doesn't really matter where you cut. You don't have to be perfect. But I'm just going to sort of take an area so that I don't lose any of that lovely silver stamping. But I'm then sort of like free to have this sitting proud of a card, I suppose, is I think what I'm aiming for. I really don't know.
It never ends up how you exactly think, though, does it? I don't think.
And this is special heat resistant acetate. It's Crafter's Companion, which I just regularly stock up on from Craft Stash. Craft Stash stocks it, so like, yeah, getting that. Every time I'm down to my last sheet, I have to sort of like pop on and get some more. I must have got through probably a fair few packets of this over the last few years.
Well, I love it. I must admit, I do it for also. If I want to put a sentiment on a card, but I want it to overlay things, I'll do it on I'll use heat resistant acetate.
So I mean, it looks so flimsy and so light, but it's a solid shape. You know, it's really quite good. So that's that. So I need something to put it on. So I think I might do some die cutting, because it's going to sit over like here on my card. But I also think I need to do some die cutting. What does it look like over the blue? Ooh, look at that.
Oh, wow. That looks amazing.
Well, cool. Don't say totally unrehearsed. That works.
That's when the best projects appear, though, when you don't plan it too much, I think.
Purple.
Moa Bear on YouTube says she could see this being hung in a frame. Thank you. That's really nice. And let me just flip over to the other one. Let me see. Takes a little while to catch up. Oh no, I don't think we've got any more comments. I think that's okay. But if you are just joining us, I'm giving away some, so please just drop a comment if you haven't already to make sure that you're in with a chance. We'll pick someone randomly at the end to win. So I've just mixed the pink and blue now, just to get another colour going in here. Oh, you're going to start bleeding underneath the triangle there.
Oh no.
It's fine. I think I caught it in time. Let's see what happens. Oh, if I mix this green and this blue, I know I get the most gorgeous turquoise colour.
Yes.
Where am I going to put that? There.
So I am just using my glossy accents, a bit like an adhesive, just to get some glitter onto the back of these wings, because I really, really want the wings to lift. And I think glossy accents, especially in a warm room, dries quicker. And if it doesn't, it's not so much of a problem.
Okay.
So, because I'm going to set this aside and sort of like design the rest of the card. But I think by the time I come back to it, if they've not locked us out of the building.
And it is pretty hot in that studio, isn't it?
It is. It's very hot in here.
Can you tell by? Oh, yes.
Yes. So what you can't see is that I've got the wings are all very, very thin layer of glossy accents, so that it dries really quick. I've not ever glittered with glossy accents before, but I thought I'll give it a go. And I found this little pot. Look at the colour. It's called Grasshopper. It's just gorgeous.
Oh, I love that.
That works. So I really, really hope, let's cross fingers, that.
I'm crossing toes for you. My fingers are busy.
Toes. Yep. I'm happy with that coverage. Obviously, it's going to stick to anything anyway. So once it's dry, I'll give it a good brush off. But in the meantime, I'll just put that on. I can just add some more glitter there.
I'm just having too much fun doing this, really.
Look at this. See where I missed. But that's okay, because it kind of seals the glitter in anyway. I like this idea of top-down camera, Lou, because I'm sure that my facial expressions whilst I'm working and concentrating, especially with glitter, like nobody needs to see that.
Especially as I'm concentrating and
you concentrate your face.
Yeah, you'd all see some rare sticking out tongues and all sorts. Otherwise,
I'm glad I'm not low.
There we go. I'm nearly done. I've got a few little triangles to fill in, but I'm just going to fill those in.
So
I know. Whoops. I think I'm going to have to. There we go.
Right. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Now, there is quite a bit of glitter in places it shouldn't be, but that will just brush off afterwards.
What sort of places it shouldn't be?
There's always glitter where it shouldn't be. Usually on the dog.
Oh, yeah, my poor dogs.
She's always a bit glittery, is Martha. She just can't stay away and comes and have a look.
I think it should be law that if we're on a live like this, we have our dogs as our picture so everyone can see them.
Right, I'm going to put that glitter safe so it doesn't get spilled everywhere. And I'm going to think about what to do with the rest of this. And I think like that as a background for my circle. But I also thinking...
Should we give a little shout out to Steph on the cameras today?
Certainly, I couldn't do this without Steph. I was like, Steph, help me. Thank you.
She's doing a fabulous job. As always.
As always, yes. So I'm going to stamp this again, just to make sure I get a little bit more of the silver. But I'm not going to use it as a full stamp image. So I'm stamping on your papers, which are just the best.
Right.
That will do. It's going to go there. Right. So this time, just in case, although it's different with paper, but at the same time, it's always a good idea, even when you've been touching paper, just to clear your fingerprints off it.
Absolutely. I'm doing some little splatters. There's a few areas where the ink has run under, so I'm just doing a few little splatters just to kind of hide those areas a bit. And then just a blue.
I'm just going to silver heat emboss this.
There we go. Beverly Miller, Lou, could you take a sheet of paper and lay it on your paint puddles? It would make a gorgeous... Do you know what? I was just about to do that. And I wanted to show you this as well. Because exactly. Look, and I've just been with my wet wipe. I don't really want to get rid of those either. So I'm going to put this to the side just while that's drying.
Oh, it's a shame, isn't it, when you're speed crafting or you're on a mission, but you've got just this amazing puddle of ink, but it's like, I haven't got time to play with you now.
Exactly. Exactly. Right.
Failure. Right, I'm going to heat emboss. So you might want to mute me, Steph, if that's all right.
Oh, she's muted. I think Steph was really on it there. So I'm just laying this. This is watercolour paper, so the watercolour paper will just soak everything up. Thank you, Christine Howard. Thank you very much. Trish Faircloth. Is that a Faircloth? Is that how I say it? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'd hate to be getting people's names wrong. She said, Lou, that's great. I love it. Thank you very much. You know what? I think most people cannot resist a rainbow or rainbow colours. So what I'm going to do here is just turn this over. Oh, I've got a lot of greens in there, but it's still pretty. I've got a lot of excess ink as well.
Oh. Look at the colours on that.
I know, gorgeous.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Come on, soak in a bit more, just a bit more. I'm going to have to take... There we go.
You know when you get new plates and you die cut the wrong way, can you see that heart?
Oh,
actually die cut with my die the wrong way around. I think I was a bit tired or I didn't have my specs on or something.
Do you just keep one side for cutting then?
Yes, I do try. Well, I mean, I use the strangest combination of plates. This is obviously my Sizzix Big Shot, which I've got the Sizzix plates for. But the platform that fits underneath is just, I think I've just worn it out. So I've got a combination of Sizzix plates and old Cuttlebug plates. I love my trusty Cuttlebug, but the last time I used it, I had to take a hammer to it. But I've had it for years. It's something got stuck, and it was like, you know what? You've had a good life.
Fair enough.
And I had it for years and years and years. But yeah, so I use a combination. And I mean, yes, it is very, very important to have the right plates for your projects. But at the end of the day, it's all about the pressure, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
You just find ways. I mean, half the time I've got a stack of cardstock to get the right pressure. If you're doing different things. But yeah, I do try and keep the plates clean because I do a lot of step-by-step photography for the magazines. And it's like, well, I can't use that one anymore. There we go. Right. And
This isn't too loud.
Die cut in a circle. So I'm losing a bit of the detail on this, but that's okay because it's just kind of going behind, hopefully. So hopefully, see, I don't know. It just in case. Oh, I not wanted to do. Oh yeah, I have my reasons for doing this. So I'm going to see if I can make my wings stick up, Lou.
Sorry, I've got my heat gun on.
Okay, don't worry.
No, it's okay. What did you say?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
So I wanted to see if I could make my acetate wings stick up. That's why I thought, oh, I'll do a version, I'll do the same underneath.
Oh, yes.
So again, just cutting into the acetate, and because it's acetate, it really doesn't actually matter where you cut, you know what I mean?
No.
Try and go in the right places, but
you won't see it. It's fine.
No, you're not going to see it. And then hopefully I can get the wings to bend and lift a little bit.
I like to make crafting as stress-free as possible. So things like that, absolutely, just go for it.
Yeah, it's not going to spoil the final effect. So what I am going to do is cut another of that size circle. Let's cut some more cardstock. Oh
no. I am going to hunt out a piece of cardstock that is a similar colour to something. Oh, I think you've got a similar cardstock to this as well.
Yes, Craft Perfect. I've got the Craft Perfect I grabbed is ocean blue. What have you got?
Yes, ocean blue.
Oh, snap!
My favourite. At the moment, my favourite. I do chop and change, but love it at the moment.
Yes, I'm trying to decide between ocean blue and high gloss imperial blue, but I'm going for high gloss. Let's get the maximum shine.
And I do at the moment have a thing for making card bases out of coloured cardstock rather than white.
Oh yeah, me too. I do love it.
I don't know what it does. I don't know what the difference is. Let me just look. Fairclough. Thank you very much, Trish. I made a good attempt. The trouble is, I think I know what I'm going to say, and I say it, and as it comes out, I doubt myself. So it comes out as and it's never quite right. What's the gizmo that Nicky just used? Oh, what did you just use?
Me gizmo, this thing.
Well, I'm not sure. It was only a few minutes ago.
I was maybe this is my Rabbit Hole Designs anti-static. I was using glossy accent to put my glitter on. Was it that maybe? That's the only kind of remotely exciting
could be
product.
Remotely exciting.
As in, it's not. I'm not going to say. Well, it's a die cutting machine. I think people know what this is.
I don't know. Who knows? Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll get a supplies list up on Craft World.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that very much. Yeah. Right, I'm going to stick this down flat onto my.
I'm doing this by eye. Maybe a bit naughty, but I often do this. And do you know what? I think because I've got so many colours in here, I think
you can go wherever you want with that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it simple and put a black sentiment over the top just to make it pop. I keep forgetting I've moved my bin and I nearly go to throw everything on the floor where there's no bin. Thank you, Wendy Clark. Thank you very much. Oh, anti-static. Yes, it is. It's anti-static stick.
Yeah, it's an American company that makes them. So they are imported over here. I got mine from My Perfect Stamp, which is one of the smaller independent companies that does import a lot of US stuff. And she's the only distributor of the Rabbit Hole stamps, I think, because we had them in the magazine not long ago. But this is just a real cool gadget, and I was well chuffed because I think I saw Jennifer Maguire or somebody like that, Christina Werner. They were using theirs. They had one too, and I was like, I got one of those.
Oh wow! And they were probably one of the first people to get their hands on it.
They probably got them first. But it's just a really clever little gadget. I mean, I've the pads are brilliant. You know, the little anti-static pads.
Yeah,
they're absolutely gorgeous. But it's always nice to sort of like this is like having a Porsche version.
Yes, all right.
Your Ford Fiesta, you know, your Ford Fiesta with anti-static pads, and then your Porsche version of anti-static pads.
It's quite funny because I've got a Ford Fiesta.
Nothing wrong with a Ford Fiesta.
No, I do love it. I love it, and it's nice and cheap to run, except when it goes wrong. But that's another story. What am I looking for? Foam tape. That's what. Do you know what?
I'm on the hunt as well. I'm on the hunt for a pokey tool. I have a pokey tool. So even though this isn't fully dry yet, I'm going to try and find a way of attaching that one to this. So I'm going in for the eyes.
You are going for the eyes.
I'm going for the eyes. So
that poor dragonfly.
Gonna pop some holes in there with my trusted pokey tool. I might make them a little bit bigger if I can find my scissors. This is ridiculous. Even crafting tidy, I'm still dropping stuff on the floor. And if you could see, if Steph is not going to zoom out of the desk, but what you can see is not an accurate depiction of what is actually going on here.
There's all sorts going on behind the scenes there. I just need to answer a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Sharon. She's a little bit late, but that's absolutely fine. Fatima has a low emissions Ford Fiesta and she loves it. The best thing is there's no car tax. Absolutely. We love them. Julie. So I'm sorry. It was actually. I keep talking over Nikki. I'm sorry.
I can't shut up. It's okay.
Julie Brown. This is the comment I was going to read. Love the triangles. Is that a stamp or a stencil, please? I've only just joined, so sorry if you've said before. No, it's a die actually. So this is what you could win. Is what you could have won, but no, you still can win. A stamp and die combination. The die is here, just here. That's what I cut out, heat embossed it with white embossing powder. It could be clear, doesn't matter. And then I glued it on, and then I used that as a resist. Okay, but this die does overlay. If I get this the right way round, it overlays that stamp there. And like I say, you can win these. Just comment. That's all you need to do. If you're there, just comment. Just say hello. That's all we need to hear. And then I'll announce a name in, I don't know. How long have you got, do you think, Nikki?
Well, I could craft all day, but the next issue of Creative Stamping might be late. But no, we say about an hour, don't we? So we've got maybe 15 minutes or so.
Where are we? We're at 49 minutes.
There's Dragonfly Eyes. I've found some green brads.
Oh, look at that. They match perfectly.
Currently, this is the current situation. I've managed to get them through the acetate. And now I'm going to try and put the acetate through here. I've made some holes just on the eyes on the background. Yeah. And so I'm going to do the fiddliest, faffiest thing I really shouldn't have done today.
We can say we'll be paper faffing today.
We are indeed paper faffing.
So I'm cutting a couple of words out from the paper pad. So I'm just picking out birthday and love. Nice and simple. There we go.
There we go.
Sorted. You line them up quite easily.
Yep, I got them through. So
perfect.
It's ever so slightly too big, but it's okay because it's dimensional.
Exactly.
So I've got them in, but what it means, and that's all it takes, literally, just 2 brads to secure the acetate over the main bit. So you've got like your extra bits that are coming off the top and bottom, and this is just so cool. So I was right in that the glossy accents are nearly dried. Certainly, it's all livable with.
Livable.
As long as everything's in position, it's not going to be a problem. I'm just going to trim a couple of bits off here, just because they're not needed anymore.
I'm just using foam tape to raise up these little sentiments. I don't really want anything covering over all those lovely colours, so I'm just doing a tiny little sentiment, keep it really quite modern and fresh. Who said, Gemma Brown said she loves the colour. She's been really drawn to rainbow style cards lately. They are really popular, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Anything with a rainbow on, and I'm there. Absolutely. It was a die. Let me see. Zoom out. Who needs to zoom out? I'm not sure. That's MJ Parkin said, zoom out, zoom out.
Oh, MJ Parkin?
Yeah.
I'm not zooming out. MJ is Marie-Jeanne. She's my French friend that I've known since, 40 years? No, maybe 30 years. And she's watching because she's obviously spotted that I'm on. She wants to see the mess that I'm creating, but Marie-Jeanne knows the kind of mess I make, so no, we're not zooming out. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. Karen Barker says, hello, looks fab. Hello, Karen, how are you? I haven't seen you for so long. It's probably been best part of 10 years since I last saw you. Wendy Clark, wow, what a fab prize. You could do so much with it. Absolutely. Just simply comment. That's all we want to know is hello. And then we'll pick one of you, because if you don't comment, we don't know you're there. I think that's kind of me done, but I did promise you I'd stamp that other one as well. So I will stamp
we're going for a change of mind here, Lou.
Are you?
Yeah, because I was going to cover this because I can't. I never leave anything white. So I was going to cover it with this paper, but actually, I'm looking at this one. I'm just thinking, oh wow, look at that. So I just think because it's lighter and this is darker, I think I'm going to go this way instead.
Nice, yeah.
I'm liking very, very much
Absolutely.
how that looks. Any chance of a pencil?
I'm just looking for a piece of plain cardstock so I can stamp this. Oh, it's handy that I can reach everything from my seat. Are you sitting or standing, Nikki?
I am standing, Lou.
Do you always stand?
Quite often, yeah. I mean, I have a selection of chairs to choose from at the dining table, but I usually end up standing, usually because I'm in and out of cupboards and drawers and things all the time.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a pencil with me, but in order to get me back to work, what I did is I laid my paper where I wanted, so I'm leaving a bit of a border, and I've turned it over, and I literally just scored it with my pokey tool, but it's enough that I can see a line and even actually score.
That's how I always mark my paper. I always use pokey tool. Never ever use a pencil anymore because I get fed up with then having to go back and try and erase a pencil mark. Let's use, what colour should we use? What's your favourite colour, Nikki?
I don't think my favourite colour would actually necessarily work with your project, but I'm loving your oranges. I'm a purple girl. I do like purple very much.
Orange. Where's my orange? Oh, it's packed away. Okay, it's not going to be orange.
Right, going to be orange. Okay. Teal.
Teal? I've got evergreen bow. How's that?
That's great colours. Oh no, I haven't got evergreen bow today. It's on my table at home. I'm currently crafting for creative stamping using evergreen bow at the moment.
Okay, so this stamp, and this is one that someone's winning, so when you get it home you know what you're doing with it. I'm sure you'll know what you're doing with it anyway. It's called a halftone stamp, which means it's made up of little dots, and we can make the dots more spaced out for less colour and closer together for deeper colour. So when you ink this, and you only have to ink it with one ink pad, all the same, all the way over, same pressure, you don't have to alter anything, just ink it in the same way as you always would. Now, because I'm using Distress Oxide and it's a bit dirty, my stamp, I really need to give it a good wash. I'm going to probably do this a couple of times to get a nice solid colour, but you'll be able to see that gradient of colour throughout.
I think you used that stamp on one of the cards that you've done for me for creative stamping.
I probably did.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it.
So you can see there, you get that blend They're really easy to use. Let's just go over, make sure we get.
So here's the card blank.
Gorgeous.
Upside down now. That's literally it for a card blank. It stands up. You can write inside it everything you need.
Love that.
Here's my little.
There we go.
Dragonfly. So I'm going to get that stuck on.
There we go. So that's how that stamp works.
Oh,
for those of you who haven't seen a halftone stamp before. And do you know what? It's used quite often in.
It looks like you use more than one colour.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you've put a lot of work into getting the shade in, but the work is in the stamp, isn't it? I was well impressed when I saw that.
Yeah, you don't need to do much at all. And of course, you can turn this round, stamp it again. You can, I mean, you can just offset it ever so slightly and stamp it exactly the same way, or you can flip it over. Actually, I'm just going to show, do I have I haven't got another die cut, have I? No, so let's flip it over. Which way do we want to go over? So yeah, go over that way. Let's go slightly off up there. Pick a slightly different colour. I've got a blue here. I haven't actually cleaned my stamp, which I should do. Let's take a blue and do this over the top. And then you get this lovely mix of where the two inks overlap as well. Yeah. So you kind of get in loads of different tones in the mix. Now, this is a really juicy ink pad. You know when you have a really juicy one, it actually even leaves marks on the pad marks on your stamp.
Yes.
So this one I think will definitely be a couple of times to even the colour out.
Unsurprisingly, my glossy accents haven't fully dried now yet, but I can still just about get in there and just fold these wings up and from the middle.
They shouldn't be a lot longer, should they?
No, I can feel it drying, but it's just something to go back and put some more on. But I really wanted the wings to stand out. But
that's gorgeous.
See the wings behind it. I just think, whoa. Yeah, I'm loving that. So I need to find a sentiment now, which is a bit that I was really excited about.
There's sentiments in there.
Yeah, I know. Well, you've got your stamp sentiments, you've got the paper sentiments, which I absolutely love. But the size of your sentiment dies.
I know. Well, I really like to knit. Yeah, because I'm finished, I'll grab those so people can see what they are. Yeah, so these ones, they are big. Let's grab a word for you. Which word have I grabbed? Oh, come on. I should have got my samples, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Really? They're behind the camera as such. I'd have to get up.
And your magazine samples are just in the other room as well, which is just like really
typical. Typical. Well, maybe I'll take a second, a minute. I'll grab them. I know exactly where they all are. But that's just the word happy. But the idea is that they mix with the words in the paper patch. So you can put happy birthday or whatever. So that's the idea. And that's that halftone stamp, just stamped in 2 colours. You can stamp as many colours as you like, and you keep getting different effects with it.
And you literally just need a little bit of something to finish it off, don't you?
Yes. So I will just disconnect my microphone very quickly, and I'll grab those
I'm just going to really quickly cut the sentiment. I see that it's 4 o'clock, so we really should wind up, I think. I don't want to. I'm pressed all day.
I know.
It's very concerning. If I don't get back to me now. Let's see what happens.
Right.
Oh my word. Look at these. They're so gorgeous.
Okay, I've got a few here. I'm just putting my microphone back on so you can actually hear me talking, because it's something I forget to do. Sharon bought the sentiment dies. Thank you, Sharon. And she says that she loves script dies. Julie Brown said she better check her bank balance. Sorry. That's not the idea of these shows, but you know, if you like, why not? There's still Geometrics is one of the fastest selling collections, but we've got a little bit in stock still. So I've done a little bit like Nicky there. So I've used the Dragonfly and lifted the wings up. So done a second impression and lifted the wings up. That was actually a really, really quick one. You can see the video of this, actually. If you go onto Craft Stash, it should be there. If you go onto Craft Stash, under the product pages for this stamp set, the video should be a link to it, so you can see me actually making it. There's that stamp with purple and green and the gold outline die cut. Just in cost. This is one Lou Withers made for me. Actually, a couple Lou Withers made for me. Lots of them. So just using all the different shapes and papers and colours. And here, Nikki, she's used the angel hair.
Oh, no, I did grab some angel hair and then I thought, no, too much. Because actually, this is a masculine card that I'm making. Even though it's got glitter, dragonflies are allowed to have glitter, so that's fine.
Yeah, you've used it there. That's really simple, actually. This one's ridiculously simple. It kind of needs finishing off still, but it's just die cut Happy Birthday actually into one of the Galaxy papers and just left it. Oh, here we go. There's that other die. It took a little while.
Didn't you? Have you taken this collection on TV?
Yes.
I did watch that show, yeah, because I'm looking at those thinking, I'm sure I've seen these cards before.
I've put a lot of them on my Instagram and things like that as well, but on Facebook page and such. But yeah, there's that's simple. I mean, the great thing of this collection, you just make really quick cards.
Yeah.
So that is just heat embossed onto one of the papers. Watercolors, just using my inks, just a splodgy watercolor background, and then stamp black over the top when it's dry, and the sentiment. That is, there's an example of the Dragonfly with those triangle dies used.
Yeah, I've just got triangle dies out now because I just really wanted to sort of like see what I could do with them. And I love the fact that you've got like an outer frame, you've got the inner piece.
Yeah, and the same with that triangle background that I use, the die, all those triangles that fall out, you can use all those as well.
Yeah.
I made a shaker using those dies we were talking about, the triangle, circle and diamond, and the arrow.
And is that the arrow?
Yeah, there's the arrow in there. And then there's another one. It looks a bit like, it could be a hot air balloon actually, but if you turn it round, it could also be a glitter ball.
Now you can see why when I got the request this morning, I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, we were working out what to use, weren't we?
I don't take much persuading, but I was like, oh yeah, absolutely want to play with this collection.
Yeah, it's good
fun.
fun.
It since I first saw it.
Oh, lovely. I'm so pleased.
Oh, no, this is just fab. So I'm not sure how this is going to work.
So you can see these triangles, or they overlay. You can either overlay them exactly, or you can twist them and just totally lay them over differently, but they still work because the angles, they're all equilateral triangles. So the angles, all the lines line up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So however you lay this, you're going to get the parallel lines to each other. So it just works. That's actually all heat embossed rather than using the two-tone effect, because of course with the powder it's much harder to get the effect, but then using the die over the top. I need to pick a winner. I'll just show you a couple more. I need to pick a winner for the die set. I'm going to do a random scroll. Oh, Christine Howard said great for masculine cards.
Certainly is.
Yes, it is.
This is my wedding anniversary card made for my husband. That's my reason for picking a masculine card.
Well, that's a good one. When's your wedding anniversary?
Well, it's July, but it'll be on as in a flash. But we also celebrate our together anniversary, which will be 29 years next month.
Oh, lovely.
That's quite exciting, but we do anniversary cards and things like that.
That's sweet. We do a card. Ours is the 2nd of June.
Oh, that's right. That's really soon, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's bank holiday this year, so we're off to Wales. Do some zip lining. Okay, let's see. So these two are going to be going out now. I'm going to do this. These are all the comments. That person is Geraldine Wood. She said, oh, what are you making? I think she's replying to Sandra there, but either way, you've commented. It doesn't matter. Geraldine Wood, I've just liked your comment. Oh, there we go. So in case she's sort of come away and not watching anymore, Geraldine, please drop me a message or email customer service at craftstash.co.uk and we can get we'll get these out to you. Congratulations. I hope she's still watching. I always wonder. Let me see. Julie Brown is from Wales. We're going to Snowdon Way. We're going to do the zip lining up there.
No, we've literally just come back from Wales.
Oh, it's lovely. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous. I've had a lovely, lovely break in Snowdonia.
Wonderful.
There we go.
And it's really not that far from you, is it?
No. A couple of hours for me. Literally drove back at night and got back at midnight and was back in work the next day. No, that's fine.
But we love our job. That's beautiful. I love that.
I know he's not watching, so I can make his card live and then hide it, and he'll never know any difference. But I just love your stuff, Lou. I really, really do. The triangles are brilliant.
Thank you so much.
So it's been an absolute pleasure playing with you today.
It's been wonderful. Shall we pop back to our faces?
Yeah. I just love your card. I want to go home and play with my inks.
But go play with your inks. Absolutely. Go for it. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, Nicky. I know you had a busy day planned and we threw this on you last minute, but it's been wonderful. It's been lovely to chat as well.
Craft till the cows come home. It's fine. It's been lovely to see you, Lou. It's been lovely to actually spend some time in your company. Usually we're literally passing each other in the office.
In the night, yeah.
Have some cards.
Yeah, when I come down the office, it's usually like, hello, as I go past your desk, and that's it. That's all you see of me for about a week. Yeah, brilliant. So we've made 2 lovely cards. We'll try and get photos of them and things so people can see all the close-up details and whatnot. But I'm sure Kate will be back next. Yes. If she's feeling better, she'll be back next week.
Yeah,
hopefully.
And if you are watching, Kate, feel better real soon. It's been a shame that you've not been here today, but I hope you're feeling better.
Absolutely. So we all send our love and best wishes, and hopefully you'll be able to see Kate back here next week. So from me and from Nicky, and congratulations to Geraldine as well. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.